Halloween, celebrated on October 31st, is a time when the line between the living and the dead is believed to blur. Rooted in ancient traditions, it has evolved into a night filled with costumes, candy, and spooky tales. But behind the fun lies a rich history, spine-chilling ghost stories, and a playful spirit that brings people together in celebration of the macabre. The origins of Halloween. Halloween traces its origins to the ancient Celtic festival of Samhain, a pagan holiday marking the end of the harvest and the beginning of winter. The Celts believed that on this night, the boundary between the worlds of the living and the dead became thin, allowing spirits to cross over. To ward off malevolent spirits, villagers would light bonfires and wear costumes made of animal skins to disguise themselves. The word Halloween itself comes from All Hallows Eve, the night before All Saints' Day, a Christian holiday established to honor saints and martyrs. As the centuries passed, Halloween transformed, blending Christian and Celtic traditions. Today, it's a global phenomenon.
Halloween is an opportunity to be whoever or whatever you want, without judgment. It's one night where everyone's inner child comes out to play.
Fun and facts. 1. Candy craze. Americans spend over $3 billion on Halloween candy each year. The tradition of trick-or-treating dates back to medieval England's practice of souling, where the poor would go door to door, offering prayers for the dead in exchange for food. 2. Pumpkin power. The custom of carving pumpkins comes from an Irish legend about Stingy Jack, a man who tricked the devil and was cursed to roam the earth with only a carved-out turnip to light his way. When Irish immigrants brought the tradition to America, they found that pumpkins, native to the New World, made perfect lanterns. 3. Costume origins. Dressing up in costumes to ward off spirits is as old as the festival itself. In Celtic times, costumes were believed to confuse ghosts, ensuring they wouldn't recognize the living. Today, we dress up mostly for fun, but who's to say it doesn't still work?
Remember, Halloween is the only time of year when it's totally acceptable to take candy from strangers. Just make sure it's wrapped.
Real ghost stories to haunt your night. No Halloween celebration is complete without a good ghost story. Here are 2 real-life hauntings that might keep you up at night. First, the Bell Witch of Tennessee. One of the most famous hauntings in American history is that of the Bell Witch. In the early 1800s, the Bell family in Adams, Tennessee, was tormented by a spirit who could speak, move objects, and even physically harm people. The entity, known as the Bell Witch, particularly targeted John Bell and his daughter Betsy. Witnesses claim the ghost vowed to kill John Bell, and he did indeed die under mysterious circumstances. Even Andrew Jackson, who would later become US president, reportedly encountered the spirit and declared, "I'd rather face the entire British Army than the Bell Witch again." Next, the ghost of the Stanley Hotel. If you've ever read Stephen King's The Shining, you've already heard of the Stanley Hotel in Estes Park, Colorado. In 1974, King stayed there with his wife just before the hotel closed for the winter. The empty hallways and eerie atmosphere inspired him to write one of his most famous novels. Guests at the Stanley report hearing piano music coming from an empty ballroom, lights flickering, and the laughter of unseen children. King himself said, "It was almost like the hotel was alive, just waiting for someone to tell its story."
A few jokes to lighten the mood. Why don't mummies take vacations? Because they're afraid they'll relax and unwind. Why are ghosts bad at lying? Because you can see right through them. What's a vampire's favorite fruit? A blood orange.
Modern-day magic. Today, Halloween has grown far beyond its Celtic roots. Whether you're carving pumpkins, watching horror movies, or telling ghost stories, the holiday offers a way to embrace our fears and laugh in the face of the unknown.
Halloween is a celebration of imagination, says author Neil Gaiman, where we face our nightmares and come out smiling.
While Halloween has become a fun and festive holiday, its roots remain tied to our fascination with life, death, and the supernatural. So as you don your costume and head out into the dark, remember that the ghosts of old may still be walking among us, just waiting for you to tell their story. After all, as one popular Halloween saying goes, when witches go riding and black cats are seen, the moon laughs and whispers, "'Tis near Halloween."